I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What do you mean, calm it down? It's a fight. Referees telling two fighters who want to fight to calm it down. He should calm down.
I saw he's like a clown in his show, man. He's not your guy.
Because Tyson Fury's back, and all you motherfuckers are under attack.
Look, Eddie Hearn can say all what he likes. Who gives a shit what Eddie Hearn says? It's garbage.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Can you let me retire and be happy? Please, just please.
Bombs away from the Bronx Bomber! Wanda! Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
I got dropped, man. Are you kidding?
No, you won the fight.
OMG, I am so excited.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yes. What is up, Patreon family? Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. We had fights already on Friday. We had the Anthony Fowler, Brian Rose card, which obviously UK Rob's at. So, go give him a like on Twitter and stuff, or follow him on Twitter, UK Rob MCR. He should have some content for us later today. I would assume probably within the next hour or so, we should probably get some content. I should get some content, then probably edit it and then get out to you guys ASAP. Dylan White was at the show, so maybe, maybe we get that big time interview. I'm not saying it's like for sure going to happen, but I am saying that'd be cool if, Rob can get that Dylan White interview. So, just saying it would be really helpful for us. Well, let me just change this up. Sorry, guys. My shit was all messed up last night. Digressing, obviously it's championship rounds. I'm going to be here for an hour or two. Your topics, your questions on the topics and questions post. I'm going to dive into that. And also all of the news today, because there's some major stuff. And we're actually going to get to the news first because it's all like heavy hitter stuff. It's all big names, Tyson Fury, Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders. Those are all relatively in their own way big names in this sport. So we need to talk about these guys. And of course, some of your questions in the topics and questions post is there. Plus, obviously, you guys in the live chat, Lunatic. I know Santiago's on the line. We'll get to you guys' questions and topics and your guys' opinions about the news as well. And Lunatic, if you want me to answer any questions, just post them there in the live chat. No problem. But actually, hold up. Here we go. Let's get to the news of the day first as I pull it up. There we go. First up, we're going to talk about Canelo Derevchenko, or I should say just the Canelo news overall. First off, from Mike Coppinger, IBF rules plainly laid out, ordered a fight between Canelo and Derevchenko. Golden Boy Promotions didn't ask for an exceptions. Purse bid ordered, no deal by deadline. Both sides agreed to side deal where Canelo would be stripped if no deal by deadline. Extended 3 times, still no deal, stripped. So that is why, obviously, Canelo was stripped. But this news is developing. Because obviously, like we talked about yesterday at the very end of the show, which you can see a clip of on our YouTube channel, we talked about the Demetrius Andrade news, where that's now like almost finalized a unification between Canelo and Demetrius Andrade. And again, that story is developing today because it seems like it's going to get a little bit petty here and some tea. But first, Chris Mannix came up and saying Canelo sought to keep the title by telling the IBF he would face Andrade in a unification fight. Will Canelo still be willing to face Andrade even without the undisputed title on the line? That's a huge fight. And Chris Mannix is basically saying to this effect that what he knew at this time was that Canelo, in theory, wanted an Andrade unification, and that would be an exception to Derevchenko and hoped the IBF allow it. That didn't happen, obviously, in terms of them making that deal with the IBF or I should say Derevchenko in theory. Therefore, he got stripped because nothing was official by the deadline. However, Canelo had a statement, which was quite hilarious. Canelo Alvarez on Twitter saying, "I'm very upset and ashamed with my fans to be unfairly stripped of my belt by the IBF, but especially when I did not have the knowledge of the agreement that Golden Boy Promotions matchmaker had signed." And then Mike adding, rumors have swirled for weeks that Canelo and Golden Boy Promotions are having issues. Robert Diaz, Golden Boy Promotions matchmaker, has been Canelo's direct contact. If Alvarez wasn't aware of the IBF deal Diaz agreed to, that's an issue. ... So, this is just a complete clusterfuck in terms of news, in terms of just what's happening. God knows if even Canelo is aware of the negotiations with Andrade in some fashion. Like, how concrete is that news and negotiations at all? Maybe Mike heard something from a source, but that source didn't know the full information, didn't know the full story. That's quite possible. But regardless, this is quite alarming because it's another thing in the Canelo Golden Boy saga or beef or rift or whatever sort of adjective we want to use here that's been there for, honestly, years and has continually gotten worse and worse. I think Golden Boy and Canelo are tied at least, I think, for another, 8 more fights, I want to say. So I'm curious when Canelo gets done with this Golden Boy contract, how fast does he go out to just his own thing? Canelo Promotions, do the route of every big-time boxer, basically. Golden Boy as one of them, Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather. Canelo is at that level where he can probably do that, to be honest, when, he hits 32 years old and, 8 more fights down the line. Yeah, he can make that jump. But it's going to be a rocky road all the way to that free agency period for Canelo, and when most likely he creates his own promotional platform.